storm is moving in your direction, a severe thunderstorm rolling in your direction. So Mount Zion, 519, Dallas at 525, Villa Rica, bottom of the hour. And that means you're going to be coming in towards Douglas County at that point as well. But in the warning itself is Dallas at 525, also Hiram at 533. Carrollton, you're not quite in the warning. I think it's just because you're a little too far away in time. I would expect that that warning would be pushed over to your direction as we get a little later on in the period. So, you know, a lot of activity going on right now, and we'll continue to watch this push off to the east because I want to delve into a little bit of why this is happening. So first of all, let's emphasize everybody in the Atlanta News First viewing area, every single one of you, under severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. This includes Clay County in North Carolina. This includes Randolph and Cleburne counties over into Alabama. It includes all of our counties, in fact, all the way down to Macon and Columbus. And it's because of this line of storms. Now, the models have been doing a horrible job with this southern edge. So you see the southern end and it looks like, hey, it might be dissipating. It's not. Models are not handling that very well. We expect that to remain intact as it pushes into the city. And basically what we're going to be looking at is the potential for all of these to really kind of ramp up. So here's the reason why. This is the available energy for the storms to tap into, and we're going to be looking at the higher end of the scale, really, as we head into the evening hours. Notice those darker colors. So all of these storms have plenty of energy to feed off of as they slide off towards the east, getting to the metro area by about 7 o'clock. By 8 to 9 o'clock, they're gone. You know, we're talking a break from the moisture and a break from the energy because it pretty much wipes it out as we get to the 8 o'clock hour. Notice, though, it starts to build back in towards the south. I bring that up because if that happens, and it may not, because if that southern tier stays strong, it's going to wipe out that energy too. We could be looking at the potential for more showers and storms tonight. Well, we will see more showers and storms tonight. They could be on the stronger side if that energy starts to build back in. Notice by 2 a.m., scattered showers and storms starting to build back in towards North Georgia. And then as we head in towards a different model, notice by 4 a.m., it's got a lot of rain over the area. So it really kind of just depends on what we're going to be looking at in terms of how much of that energy is actually used and how much of it able to build back in as we head in towards, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. At this point right now, I'm not seeing widespread severe weather overnight. I'm seeing the potential for maybe 1 or 2 warnings, and then also maybe, just maybe, some stronger winds that could move through the area. Otherwise, I think we're going to be looking for a pretty benign evening ahead. So that's some good news there. The other thing is we're going to be looking at the potential for an isolated spin up with this line. So I do want to emphasize, if you don't know it already, go to your safe place. What that's going to be is it's going to be the most interior place in your house on the lowest level. So in this particular instance, so not the same for everybody. I'm not saying it's always the bathroom, it's always the hall. But notice how all of these are in the central portion, and the bathroom doesn't have any doors or windows that touch that outside wall. Everywhere else does, so that's not the greatest spot. If you're lucky enough to have it, a basement always is the best place. If you're like a lot of houses here and you have a door to the outside on the basement, get to the opposite side of that, because that's the area that's actually underground. Unfortunately, for folks who are into mobile homes, manufactured homes, no safe place. So now is the time to go ahead and make those alternate arrangements while we have the severe thunderstorm watch in effect to give you a heads up. This is all coming in, but at the same time, we don't have a warning for your area for a lot of folks. A lot of folks, though, we do. In fact, while we were going over all that, we do have new warnings now in effect for Calhoun, so Gordon County over in towards Bartow County, now including Paulding County. For this line of showers and storms moving through, you can see looking at that until 5:30 p.m. So we're going to continue to watch this line of showers and storms as it develops and moves across the area. Basically, though, what we're going to be continuing to watch is the threat for damaging straight line winds. Again, the heaviest warnings now are up into Dade, Walker County, up into Tennessee. So they're not in our area yet, but we're going to continue to watch this line of showers and storms push through the region. Notice 1,000 lightning strikes just in this view alone. That number is continuing to climb because, again, like we just saw with those last graphics, we are watching the potential for these storms to strengthen because the prime conditions across the entire area where this line has been going, so we're talking Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and eventually the Carolinas, the prime conditions are over our area, and that's helping to give us the best potential for severe weather. At the very least, it's definitely giving us a light show. I want you to watch, just since we've been talking the last 20 seconds, That counter's gone up. As this counter goes up, that's an indicator that we're continuing to watch this line strengthen as we move on through, and it's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm zooming in here because I just kind of noticed something near Heflin. So our folks over into Cleveland County in Alabama, let me turn the lightning off real quick and then look. Yep, not a big threat today, but we do have that potential for some large hail with some of these systems as well. So keep that in mind. Heflin, you could be having 1 inch hail is in the atmosphere above you. I think it's going to melt a little bit. We're talking maybe pea to dime sized hail as we head on in towards, you know, the ground level, but just goes to show you that we kind of have all threats sticking with us as we head throughout the day. Now, we're going to continue to monitor this line. We'll bring you more updates as we head into the afternoon and on into the evening. Definitely something that we will keep an eye on. I'm going to go take a look at some of the newer models for you, and we will update you with more information coming up a little later on. And if we haven't broken in yet, you can always catch us on Atlanta News First at 6 p.m. on air for your local news.